So hello everyone, welcome once again to VIEH Group YouTube channel. So today we'll be talking about threat intelligence. Okay, so right now a lot of people are into the intelligence field, and a lot more people would like to be into this domain. But the thing that they're not familiar with is threat intelligence, and this is very crucial thing. So this video was demanded from a lot of subscribers, lot of law enforcement agencies, and lot more the members that we are having to VIH group. So I'll try to explain what is threat intelligence in very basic terms, the types, and how you can use. So at first, the content credit of this videos goes to just you Carvezel. Okay, so kudos to you, buddy. So actually we just found a article from the internet and just used that particular in this video. So kudos to you and thank you for a wonderful thing on a post on threat intelligence. So now let's get it started. So these are the content that we are going to cover today. First we will be starting with the introduction, what is threat intelligence. Then we'll discuss again what is threat intelligence, why threat intelligence is important. Then we'll move to the pain pyramid of attackers. Okay, and then we'll discuss about what are the types of threat intelligence exist right now. Then we'll move to the attack framework, or you can say offensive framework and analysis model. Then we'll discuss a little bit more about how it consumed and shared, like how threat intelligence is consumed and shared. And then we'll conclude this video. So this will be the structure that we're going to cover today. So let's start with the introduction. So basically, as we all know, security is growing faster than ever, and some concepts need to be must known in order to be able to understand the security posture of our company, of our organization, whatever else you have worked. So in this video, there will be a brief overview. I'll explain what is threat intelligence, the importance, the framework and model, and some types. So what is threat intelligence? This is the main part that we have started for this video. So basically, if you'll Google out what is threat intelligence, then it will say that threat intelligence is information that an organization uses to understand the threat that have, will, or currently targeted the organization. So this info is used to prepare, prevent, identify cyber threat, looking at take advantages of valuable resources. But what the heck does this mean? Like that was the basic Google term, but what does actually this mean? So imagine that a thief is targeting all the houses that alone in the neighbor. Okay, just assume a scenario. Okay, I'll repeat once again. Imagine that a thief is targeting all the house that are alone in the neighbor. So we only know that after 2 days a house was compromised. So there may be a lot of concerns and questions are asked, such as how do we know if he robs alone or with other people? Next thing that we may ask question like, are there looking for specific targets? Another question may be, are looking for someone else? Some more question that may rise is, how do they get into the house? So these questions are similar to the questions that we ask in security field, and to able to answer those, we get the help of the threat intelligence. So we can use it to understand how an attacker acts and try to prevent their intrusion into our house. So threat intelligence can be seen as a huge database of indicators of compromise in which we can associate a specific TTP, which is tactics, techniques and procedure, to a specific exploit. So we'll check this in deeper later in this video as well. So this was basically what does threat intelligence mean. I hope you found you understand what does it actually mean. Then the next thing is why threat intelligence is important. So by using the same example as we have used in the previous video, the theft and the house. So we may want to know if he is mad person, if he works alone, or how he choosing which house to compromise and which tool it uses to achieve the rob. So by knocking this, we can set up defense to prepare, prevent, and identify anything that could make our house vulnerable. So for example, paying a security guard to do not leave the house alone for a long time, or maybe set up security camera and alarm to monitor your parameter are some examples that we can do in such scenario. So when talking about computer system, it helps us to be one step ahead of those zero-day exploit, which are also the dangerous and most dangerous one. So when zero-day exploit come in, there is a time window in which the zero-day vulnerability is known until it get fixed and added onto the intelligence database, or you can say antivirus database. So during the window of vulnerability, you can refer this image for that particular thing. So the associate team and the for sure during the window of vulnerability, the associate team and the threat analyst must be working hard to understand the tools used, method and vulnerability used in order to create automated script to monitor this behavior to avoid this vulnerability from being exploited. That is why it is important. Okay, so this is basically used for the zero-day protection. In first place, there is hacker discovers vulnerability, then exploit created to leverage vulnerability, then here the attack is launched, then public vendor awareness is there, vendor filling signature, and vendor distributed signature. So these three part comes under window vulnerability. Okay, and at last it was like IT admin install signatures. So now let's understand the pyramid of pain. Okay, so this is for the attacker. So when working with threat intelligence, there is a cool pyramid of pain, which is a model for the effective use of cyber threat intelligence in threat detection operations, with a particular emphasis on increasing the advisory cost of operation. Sense. So to understand is better, when trying to generate a background for a specific malware, a TrueD, we may want to track which host they are using, maybe IP address, this one, or they calculate the hash value of the malware. But this is all volatile information and really easy to change from the attacker's perspective. So the pyramid explain right bullets, like how difficult for the attacker it is if the target the hard to challenge things. So for example, changing a tool is really difficult, or changing the TTP is really tough for them. So the threat intelligence try to mitigate the damage with the volatile one and understand how the 3D course of action, so we can improve our IDS, which is intrusion detection system and intrusion prevention system and other tools. So according to that, we need to improve our that particular things. So this is the basically pyramid of pain. Okay, TTP tools, network host, artifacts, domain names, IP address, and hash value. Okay, so this is hash value is basically comes under trivial, and this is the easy one, this is the simple one. Sometime you this may become an annoying thing for you, this is a little bit challenging, and this is tough. Okay, so basically like how the question is, how do we get on the top of the pyramid? Okay, like on this layer, there are different ways, there are multiple ways to achieve this. So first thing that you can do is you can set up your own honeypot network to understand the technique, like what are the techniques that are being used from the side of attacker. You can use the honeypot, the basic thing. Second thing that you can do is you can reverse engineer malware to understand the system artifacts, because doing reverse engineering of a particular thing, you may get some insider information. Sometimes you get the thing from the reference places, the particular host name, the particular IP address of the attacker. So by reverse engineering, if you are good into malware reverse engineering, then this may help you a lot. Next thing that you can do is you can use dark web monitoring services. There are plenty of dark web monitoring services. You can use that thing as well. Now next thing is the types of threat intelligence. Okay, so there are multiple types of threat intelligence. So we have just make them into one particular area. So first thing is technical, second thing is tactical, then operational, then strategic. So they are basically four type of threat intelligence, each of them focusing on different phase. So from the strategic to the operation part, so let's check all this thing in a deeper manner. So I think this thing will be going to help you. So first thing is the technical. Okay, the technical type of threat intelligence, this one. Okay, first we're covering this one. Okay, so basically technical refers to all the IP address, URL, hash values, and this can be received from the thread feeds, honeypot, and malware analysis. So basically this part provide information about an attacker resources that are used to perform the attack. You can use threat hunting in your SOC for this type of thing as well, and this may also indicate of a specific malware. Okay, so this was what comes under technical part. Now the second thing is tactical. Okay, like I'm not going to sequence, I'll just trying to explain you one by one. So another stuff is the technical one, sorry, the tactical one. This. So basically tactical directly relate to the TTP, procedures, toolkit, exploit, and framework, which is usually consumed by the cyber security professional to understand the technical capabilities and goal of the attack alongside the attacker vector. So you can use correlation and detection in your SOC for this type. So this may include attackers methodologies, tool, and techniques which are being used in this section. Okay, and another part is this one, operational. Okay, so basically operational is this is all about human intelligence and provide info about a specific threat against the organization. So for example, the threat actors malware campaign I used fool for predictions. Okay, so this was being for details of a specific incoming attacks which is you can consume as defenders. Now the next one is strategic, which is high level information on challenging risk, the board one. So basically in a strategic long term impact and is related to high level information about cybersecurity postures, threat details regarding the money impact of various cyber activities. So this is mostly within the kind of a report that primarily focus on high level businesses way. So here you can have a countermeasure planning as well. So I hope you understand the types of threat intelligence. This is this both are this two are comes under high level and this two comes under the low level, and these are for the long term use and this is for the short term use. Okay, so it's just get messy anyway. Let's move to the next part. So this is like attacks framework and intrusion analysis model. So there are different models such as Mitre, cyber kill of chain, and diamond model to be able to understand the TTP and perform intrusion analysis. So the good thing is that you do not have to choose any of them. They are complementary. So let's understand all those models. So first model is the diamond model. Sorry, the spelling is left here. Okay, so first one is the diamond model. So this is an intrusion analysis model which focus on helping to understand the intrusion in your environment by applying scientific principle to intrusion analysis. So where the things comes are measurement, testability, repeatability. These things comes under this kind of diamond model. So the thing is that it appears to be simple but is remarkable complex. Okay, it seems very simple, but when it comes into use, it is very complex. So the diamond, this is the things that you are seeing on the screen. This is the diamond model. So in this, adversary is the attacker, the capability means this one is the, you can assume, the attackers. The capability means that the attacker use, for example, exploit, malware, anything that will hurt your system. Infrastructure is something this may refer to what was used to get access, which can be a IP address, domain name, email address, and the victim can be as asset, a person, or an uh, email chain, and this is victim. Okay, so the four edges are these four edges are correlated one to another. For example, the adversary use the infrastructure and also will develop the capabilities, and the victims exploited by the capabilities, and the victims connected to the infrastructure, as you can see on this model. So it is really good, since allowing us to understand who was the attacker, who is the victim, which part of the infrastructure they use, and how they did it. So this was the thing. Now the next thing is Mitre attack. So this is very important into what you say, threat intelligence. Okay, Mitre attack is very much important. So I'll try to explain what is Mitre attack. So Mitre attack is a framework that identifies point of intrusion and help us to identify methods used to move around, ideal to find potential security technique to block future attacks. So you can check the website of Mitre attack. You can see all this thing over there. The website is attack.mitre.org. So you can visit this website for all these stuffs and Mitre attack framework stuffs. Now next thing is cyber kill chain. So basically, cyber kill chain is a model for the identification and prevention of cyber intrusion activity. So this model basically identifies what the adversaries must complete in order to achieve their objective for the recon to deliver an exploitation. So this is the very cool image that I picked from the internet. From so this image was from the side of, I guess, Cybot site that defines the 7 step in general terms. So first thing is reconnaissance, second is weaponization, third is delivery, fourth is exploitation, then installations comes, command and control, and then activity and objective. Okay, so this was the thing that was being mentioned over there. So this is the basically the cyber kill chain model. Okay, now the main question, like everything is fine, now the main question is how threat intelligence information is consumed and shared. Like most of you were discussing, oh sorry, just said this that, but how threat intelligence information is consumed and how these things are being shared. If I'm going to work as a threat intelligence, then from where I can consume all this information and how this thing can be shared. So as I told you in the beginning of this video, threat intelligence is like a big data of indicators of compromise, which can be IOC, which can be public, open source, or sold by different companies using a subscription bulletin. So I'll just give you something that you can use. So some of the open source to get threat intelligence information are, so first one is abuse.ch, second one is OSINT framework, you can use this thing as well, third thing is sodan.io. So you can use this open source thing for the threat intelligence information. And the another thing is commercial ones. Okay, so commercial ones are, first one you can use is IBM X-Force Exchange. Second thing that you can use is anomaly threat stream, and third thing that you can use is Palo Alto network autofocus. Okay, so this was the thing. So it all depend on you. If you are not having any budget, if you would like to go through with the open source stuff, then you can select this thing. Okay, abuse.ch, OSINT framework, and student.io. If you are having budget, if you are having great stuffs with you, financially strong, and want some advanced thing, then you can use these commercial ones, which is first one is IBM X Exchange, Force Exchange, then anomaly threat stream, and then Palo Alto network autofocus. So this thing that you can use. So usually this threat intelligence feed can be also automated to check for a specific IP or domain to improve the speed of monitoring phase. And usually all the event information and IOC are correlated and analyzed using a SIM solution such as ArcSight ESM, Splunk, QRadar. So if something seems to be suspicious activity, the threat analyst must check what is going on and confirm if it is false positive or false negative. So this is the work of basically the threat analyst. Okay, so I think that's all. I hope you found this video and this helpful, and this video was worth for you learning, and I hope you learn a lot of things. If you learn something, then just hit the like button, and you can comment your feedback so that we can get a small feedback, and it will just also work as a motivation for us to create some more videos. If you want some additional explanation, if you want some additional video on threat intelligence, then comment in the comment section. We'll try to bring some more fun things. If you want video on any other topic, then please comment. So at last, thank you very much for staying with me. Thank you very much for watching this video. Jai Hind.